everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoy this new yoga class. Today we're going to be focusing on the shoulders and opening them out. So if you just find yourself on a nice comfy block or pillow of your choice, if you're really tight in the shoulders today, maybe you want to find a yoga strap, or you could even use a tie or a belt, whatever you've got in the house. Then make your way to a nice comfortable seated position, gently resting the hands onto the knees, spine tall, and bring your eyes to a soft close. You take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh through the mouth. And in through the nose and sigh through the mouth. Our next breath, as we exhale, we're going to come into an Om sound. So inhale through the nose. One more time, inhale through the nose. I want you to take this time to commit yourself to your yoga practice today. Forget about anything that's already happened, anything you've still got left to do. Just focus on being here, right now. If you take one of your hands or both of your hands to your heart, as you breathe in, I want you to really breathe into where your hands are. Feel the ribs expanding as you inhale and contracting as you exhale. Really notice how that feels in your body. Maybe you feel it in the back of your ribs, the front of the ribs. I want you to visualize a person in front of you that you love, who means a great deal to you. In your mind, repeat these words to them. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. Notice how that makes your heart feel. Now in your mind, I want you to visualize someone maybe you've fallen out with, had an angry word with, or maybe it's just irritated you a little bit. I want you to visualize saying these words to them. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. Notice any emotions that rise from that. And now I'd like you to visualize yourself looking back at you. Maybe you're looking into a mirror and seeing your reflection. And say these words to yourself. I am safe. I am loved. I am enough. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe rest your hands down onto your knees or your lap. Take this time to think of 3 things you're grateful for today, whether that's a person, a situation, or something that's happened. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes to a soft gaze. Okay, so if you're sitting on your block, maybe just move that out of the way, or a cushion. We're going to inhale our arms all the way up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Take a deep breath into the hips, the neck, the back. Anywhere you're feeling tension, just acknowledge that and let it go. Maybe give your head a little nod or a shake here. Notice if you're holding tension through the head, neck and shoulders. Inhale the arms all the way up. And as we exhale, we come over to the left. Keep our body open. Lift up and lengthen through the right side. Try and keep the chest as open as possible. Inhale up to center. Exhale over to the other side. Really press your left hips into the ground. Reach those left fingertips away from you. Good. Inhale up to the center. Lengthen. Exhale, we twist over to the left. Right hand comes onto the back of the left knee. And we're twisting from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the neck. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale over to the other side. Good. Inhale, lengthen, back. And then cross your legs the opposite way. So from here we're going to sit onto our right hand. We keep our eyes straight forward and drop our head over to the left ear to left shoulder. And just notice any tension in the head and neck. Really breathe into it. Then when you feel ready, start to look down towards the mat. We're not moving the head, we're just turning our gaze. Inhale back to center, release that right hand, coming to sit onto left. Once again, eyes forward, we drop our right ear to our right shoulder. And then slowly turn our gaze towards the mat. Notice if one side feels different from the other. Inhale, come all the way back up. Bringing the hands onto the shoulders, we're just circling the elbows back and drawing circles with the elbows. Maybe you get some nice crease and crunches out of there. It's good. Start mobilizing those joints. And relax down. Interlinking the hands, we push our hands to the front of the room, we push our back towards the back of the room. Feel that nice stretch in the upper back. Then come back to center, interlinking the hands behind us, squeeze the shoulder blades together, heart shines forward. Maybe you can look up. And exhale, release. So from here we inhale our right hand up, bring it behind our back. So I'm just going to turn to face so you can see. We bring our right hand up, try and press that left elbow back. And then with your left hand, see if you can reach your hand. So maybe you feel tight here, maybe you want to use your yoga strap. Or maybe your shirt if you don't have anything to hold on to. We'll really keep pressing that top elbow away from our face. Try to keep your gaze forward, try not to look at the ground. And exhale, release all the way down. We inhale the left hand up. We bend the top arm. We reach our right hand underneath to try and meet. So you might notice quite a big difference one side to the other. That's completely normal. Just hold on to what you can, your shirt or maybe your yoga strap. Keep breathing, keep gazing forward. Maybe your muscles start to relax and you can walk your hands a little bit closer. And release all the way down. Our next breath, we inhale our arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Look in between the hands, bring yourself onto your knees, into your tabletop position. So we spread our fingers nice and wide, hands coming underneath our shoulders, knees under hips. We're coming to our cat-cow. So exhale, curl your spine up to the sky, drop the head and tail down to the mat. Inhale. We drop the opposite way. Inhale back into your cat pose. Exhale into your cow, shining the head up to the sky and tipping the tailbone up. 2 more times using your own breath. Really start warming through every single vertebra, from the tip of your tail to the top of your head. And when you're ready, come back to your tabletop. So this time, as we inhale, we're going to sit back onto our heels. Exhale, we curl through the spine, push forward. Inhale, curl the spine, sit back. Exhale, moving through the spine, pressing forward. Good. 2 more times. Really keep using the breath. Make sure you're looking forward as you come through. Last time. And then we come back to our tabletop. So slowly, we start to circle to the right. Warming through our hips, our knees, our wrists, our hands. As you get warmer, take that circle wider. Press into anywhere you feel tension. The head, a little nod or a shake. And then we start to circle the opposite way. Good. Coming back into our tabletop. Our left hand comes underneath our face. We inhale the right hand up to the sky. As we exhale, we thread that right arm underneath the left, coming to the top shoulder, and we walk our left arm forward into our threaded needle pose. So make sure your hips are in line with your knees, and just feel that nice twist through the upper part of your back. Really breathe into that space between the shoulder blades. Our next breath, we walk our top hand back towards our shoulder and press ourselves all the way back up. This time our right hand comes underneath our face. We inhale left up to the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm under the right, come onto the shoulder and walk that top arm forward. Nice deep breaths here, in and out. Really enjoy that nice twist through the body. Send that breath low down into the ribs. Our next breath, we walk that top arm back and press ourselves all the way back into our tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, press our tailbone up to the sky, really lengthening through the spine, pressing the heels of your hands down into the mat. Spread your fingers as wide as possible. We're just going to slowly press one heel towards the mat and then the other, walking our duck and warming through our calves, our ankles, our hamstrings. And when you feel ready, start pressing both heels towards the mat. Really keep focusing on lengthening that spine, tipping the tailbone up to the sky, activating the hamstrings. Notice if all your fingers are pushed evenly into the ground. Activate the shoulders. Our gaze is towards our belly button. Our feet are hip width apart. Our next breath, we look between the hands and slowly walk the feet forward. As we inhale, we rise up the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Head is the last thing to come up, and shoulders roll up, back and down, coming into our Tadasana, our mountain pose. So standing towards the top of the mat, big toes together, heels slightly apart. We stand back into our Tadasana, really close the eyes down, feel nice and grounded. Notice even pressure on the inside of the foot to the outside of the foot. Tuck the tailbone under, spine tall, shoulders relax down away from the ears. Our next breath, we come into our sun salutation A. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the backs of the legs. If you are tight in your hamstrings, just bring your hands onto your shins. Exhale, fold all the way forward, plant the hands down, step back into your high plank. So really press back through the heels, keep the body in a nice strong line. If this is too much for you, you're welcome to come onto your knees. We lower down through our chaturanga with control. Elbows stay close into the side of the body, like a grasshopper. Inhale, baby cobra. Keep a deep bend in the elbows to start with. Push the shoulders down away from the ears. Heart shines forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Back to our down dog. 3 breaths here, in and out. Keep lengthening that spine. Maybe you need to keep walking the dog. Maybe you want to give your head and neck a shake. Do what feels good for your body today. Keep pressing the ground away from you, activating those shoulders. Our next breath, we look forward, step or walk. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, brace the belly, rise all the way to the top. Hands to prayer and pray to your heart. Good. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, step back into your high plank. So from here, all we're going to do is lower down through our chaturanga, knees or toes up to you. Really activate that core, lower down with control, elbows scrape the ribs. Inhale, cobra, coming up a little bit higher. Press those hips into the mat, press the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes under, back to down dog. So from here, we're going to bend the knees and just hover them off the ground into our tabletop. Exhale, back into down dog. Inhale, hover, look forward. Exhale, down dog. Last time, inhale, hover. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths here, in and out. Our next breath, we look between our hands, step or walk the feet forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, brace the belly, rise all the way to the top. Hands to prayer and prayer to your heart. Last time. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, we fold forward. Try and suck the belly in. See if you can get a little bit further in your forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands, step back into your high plank, knees or toes. Coming down for your chaturanga of choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Coming all the way up if you can this time. Push the shoulders down, heart shines forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Back to our down dog. 1 breath here, in and out. Our next breath, we inhale, right foot up to the sky. Really square those hips as much as you can. As we exhale, we bring our right knee to our left elbow. Inhale, right foot comes up to the sky. Press that left heel into the mat. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. And see if you can hover it there for a few seconds. Inhale, up to the sky. And exhale, back into your down dog. 1 breath here, in and out. Inhale, left foot comes up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, foot to sky. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left foot to sky. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Hover it for a few seconds. Well done. Inhale, foot comes to sky. Exhale, back into your down dog. 1 breath here, in and out. From here, we look between the hands, step or hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, brace the belly, rise all the way to the top. Hands to prayer and prayer to heart. Good, well done. So we're going to come into our sun salutation B now. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. This time as we inhale, we sit all the way back, sweep the sides of our feet, and come into our chair pose or Utkatasana. From here, gaze forward, shine the heart forward, and see if you can tuck that pelvis underneath you. Squeeze the thighs together, sink back a little bit deeper. From here, we bring our hands to our heart. We're just going to twist over the right side, so left elbow comes onto the outside of the right knee. And really press those palms together. Find length through the spine and keep twisting. Now you're welcome to stay here or take the twist deeper by opening the hands out to the side. Keep breathing, guys. Well done. Exhale, bring the hands to heart. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fall forward. Plant those hands and step back into your high plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, we tuck the toes under. Press back to our down dog. 1 breath here, in and out. From here, we inhale the right foot up to the sky. As we exhale, we bend the top leg, looking underneath our right armpit. Maybe see if you can lift that right knee up a little higher. Exhale, straighten the legs, square the hips. As we exhale, we curl our right knee towards our nose. Step the right foot between our hands. Back foot turns 45 degrees, we square the hips and come into our warrior one. So try and make sure the ribs aren't flaring there, guys. Just knit them down, tuck the pelvis under. Arms are long and strong. Make sure that right knee is in line with the foot, not folding in or out. And your left hip is square to the front of the mat. Gaze forward. From here, we're going to interlock our hands behind our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Shine the heart forward. Now you're welcome to stay here. Or if you want to come with me for a forward fold, you can. If you're in your forward fold, try not to hold any tension in the head, neck and shoulders. Keep breathing wherever you are. The most important part of yoga is breath. So even if you just keep breathing for the class, you've done a really good job. Our next breath, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, come all the way back into our warrior one. Exhale, float the hands down towards the mat, step back into a high plank, lower down through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back to your down dog. One breath here, in and out. Our next breath, we inhale, left foot up to the sky, press that right heel down into the mat. Exhale, we bend the top leg, looking underneath our left armpit. Keep breathing, feel that nice twist through the body. Our next breath, we point the left toe up to the sky, square the hips. Exhale, curl the left knee towards the nose, step the left foot between the hands. Back foot turns 45 degrees, we square the hips and come into our warrior one. Now make sure you can still see your big front toe, your front big toe, because otherwise we need to step wider, okay? So hands come behind back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, shine the heart forward. Now you're welcome to stay here, or again come with me for a forward fold. Keep breathing, keep squeezing those shoulder blades. Let the head drop, let the hands drop over the head. Our next breath, squeeze those shoulder blades up. Come back into your warrior one. Exhale, float the arms down. And we step back into a high plank. Lowering down through our chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, back to your down dog. Just 2 breaths here, in and out. Make sure those fingers are spread nice and wide. You've got even pressure inside of your hand to outside of your hand. Keep lengthening that spine. Our next breath, we look between the hands. Step or hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the sides of the feet. And sit back into your chair pose. From here, we bring our hands to prayer. This time we're twisting over to the right side, or the left side, sorry. Right elbow comes onto the outside of the left knee. Squeeze the hands together to get that twist, find length in the spine. Maybe open your hands out if you wish. Our next breath, we come back to center. We rise all the way up, and arms come down by the side. Well done. So we come in our sequence for today, guys, coming towards the top of the mat once more, big toes together. This time, we step back on our right leg into our high crescent lunge. Okay, so just take time here in your lunge. Again, make sure your front knee is in line with the foot. Really square those hips up as much as possible and tuck the pelvis under so you get a better stretch in that quad muscle. Now, if you want to challenge yourself today, just sink a little bit deeper. Keep gazing forward, keep breathing. Relax those shoulders down, away from your ears. From here, we turn our back foot 90 degrees, parallel with the back of our mat, and we open our arms out into warrior two. Maybe check the back hands align with the front hand. Keep the chest nice and open. Gazing forward, really feel strong and grounded in this pose. Our next breath, our back hand comes onto the back thigh. We inhale our left hand up to the sky. Really breathe into the front side ribs. Inhale, take it up a little bit higher. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Maybe you want to rise up onto your toes on the front foot. Keep breathing wherever you are. Our next breath, we come back to warrior two. So from here, we're going to straighten the front leg. Imagine our front fingertips being pulled forward and we drop into our Trikonasana, or triangle pose. Really focus on keeping that top shoulder as open as possible. Squeeze those inner thighs together. So if you're tight in your hamstring, maybe you come up a little bit higher. If you're looser, you come down lower. We're just keeping the body as open as we can, like a piece of toast in your toaster. If it's in your practice today, maybe you want to take a bind. Your top hand comes behind you and looks into the inside of the front thigh. We're still working to keep that top shoulder open, gazing up. Our next breath, we circle the top arm forward, round to the front of the mat. Bend the front knee, release the back heel as we come into our lizard pose. So gazing forward. If this is too much for you today, guys, just place your back knee down. If you want to take this further, maybe bring your forearms onto a block, or maybe you come all the way down. Try and keep your gaze forward. Remember, you're a lizard, you need to catch a fly, you need to look forward. Really breathe into the hips, anywhere you're feeling tension. And as you exhale, visualize that tension leaving your body. Good. Our next breath, we come back onto our hands. Everyone place that back knee down, keeping the hips square. We push our hips to the back of the room, into our half Hanuman. Just really breathe into the hamstring, the calf, the sciatic nerve. Exhale. Let it all go. Our next breath, we bend that front knee, moving our body forward. Release the back toes if they're curled under. We inhale our arms all the way up. Lift and lengthen. Maybe you're happy to take a little back bend here. And if you can, bring your hands behind you. Interlock your fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together, shining the chest forward. Maybe you can bring the heels of your hands together. And maybe you want to take a mudra and our thumb and first finger point and our lateral three interlock. So keep shining that heart forward. Good, release, come up. From here we place both hands down, tuck our back toes under, push our left foot up to the sky. As we exhale, we bring our left knee to the outside of our left wrist, coming into our pigeon pose. So make sure if you tighten your hips or knees, you use a block or a cushion under your left hip. Really square your body up as much as possible. Check that your back leg's in line with your back hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly walk your hands forward. Just resting down when you feel comfortable. Maybe even bring your hands all the way out. Try not to let the hips twist. We're breathing into any areas of tension or discomfort. Try to find stillness in the discomfort and just know that it will pass. Our next breath, we start to walk our hands back up. Maybe you stay here, maybe you bend that leg. You're welcome to use your yoga strap around the foot if you want. See if you can bring that right foot in towards your buttock. Now if you start cramping, please stop. Okay, just listen to your body. So first step here, our foot comes towards our body. If you want to take this further, we hook the right foot into the right elbow. We're really working on keeping the front of the chest open as much as possible. From here, we inhale our left arm up and hold on to our right hand if we can. Remember to take it step by step as we come into our full mermaid pose. Try and keep the body open, looking forward. Keep breathing wherever you are. Our next breath, we release the foot all the way down. Press the hands into the mat and push back into our down dog. 2 breaths here, in and out. Our next breath, we look between our hands, step or hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, brace the belly, rise all the way to the top. Hands to prayer and press your heart. Ready for the other side. So we step back on our left leg into our high crescent lunge. Check that alignment, guys. Keep tucking the pelvis under. Keep lengthening through the spine. Gaze forward. Again, if you want to challenge yourself today, sink a little deeper. From here, our back foot turns parallel with the back of our mat, and we open out into our warrior two. Check that front knee hasn't folded in, it's still pressing out over the foot. Our back middle finger's in line with the front middle finger. We feel strong and grounded. From here, we reverse the hands, back hand comes onto back thigh, we inhale the right hand up to the sky. Really breathe into the ribs. Our next inhale, we come up a little bit higher if you can. Exhale, sink back. Maybe rising up onto those front toes. Do what feels good for you today. Our next breath, we come back into our warrior two. From here, we straighten that front leg. Imagine someone pulling your front fingers forward. And then we drop down into our Trikonasana. Remember, keep both legs as straight as possible. We're keeping that left shoulder open. Maybe you want to take a bind. The top hand comes behind you and hooks into the inside of the front thigh. Keep that left shoulder open. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. Keep breathing. Our next breath, we release the hand. Soak it all the way around down to the mat. We bend the front knee, release the back heels. We come into our lizard pose on the other side. Gazing forward, you've got your options again. Back knee down. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Up to you. Do what feels good for you today. Keep breathing into any areas of tension. Exhale, let it all go. Let go of what no longer serves you. Notice as your muscles start to let go. Just give a little. Our next breath, we place the back knee down, coming back onto our hands. Press the hips back to the back of the room, coming into our half hanuman. Again, walk the fingertips up or down, depending where you feel you need it, depending on how tight you are in your hamstrings. Try and keep the hips as square as possible. Press that right hip back. That's it, getting that squareness through the hips and that better hamstring stretch. Our next breath, we bend the front knee. Release the toes if they're curled under. We inhale the arms all the way up. Find some length in the spine. If you want to take a little back bend, take it. Pushing the hips forward. Keep breathing. So maybe you want to interlock your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look forward. Maybe you can press the heels of your hands together. Maybe you take your mudra and bring the thumb and first finger together. Keep breathing, keep shining that chest forward, keep pressing through the front of the hip. Good. Our next breath, bring the hands forward, tuck the back toes under. We inhale, right foot up to the sky into our three-legged dog. From here, we exhale, fold the right knee to the outside of the right wrist. Really square those hips up. Again, if you're using your block, make sure it comes under your right hip. Remember, just use your prop if you feel tight. There's no shame. You've got to do what feels good for your body. Some days I'll use my block, some days I don't need to. Really square up here, lengthen through the body. As you exhale, slowly start to walk your arms forward. Just resting your head down when you feel comfortable. Really breathe into the hips. Exhale, let it all go. If your mind starts to wander, bring your mind back to your breath. Back to the sensations in your body. Noticing if one side feels different to the other. Our next breath, we walk our hands back up. So maybe you stay here, maybe you want to come with me. Step one, bringing that back leg up. Maybe you hold on to it with your left hand. Maybe you can pulse it towards your bottom. If that feels okay, we hook our left foot into our left elbow. Really keep that chest forward, keep breathing. If you want to try your full expression of mermaid pose, right hand comes up and hooks into your left hand. Keep breathing. Good. Our next breath, we release the hands all the way down. Tuck the back toe under. And press back into our down dog. One breath here, in and out. Spreading those fingers out nice and wide. Just drop your forearms onto the mat. So you come into our dolphin. Now you're welcome to stay here, or maybe you tiptoe forward a little bit. Maybe you can lift one leg up. If you do lift one leg up, try and lift the other two, bringing the weight forward into your forearms. Keep breathing, one more breath. Our next breath, bend the knees, press back into your down dog. Look between the hands, step or hop the feet forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, brace the belly, rise all the way to the top. Hands to prayer and prayer to your heart. Good, well done. So we're going to come into our balance for today, guys. Eagle pose. So spread those right toes out nice and wide. We're going to do the arms first. Arms come out wide to the side. Our right arm crosses over the left at the elbow crease. Bend the arms, bring the palms together. So really press the palms together there. Bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. Because our right arm is on top, we're going to bring our left leg over the top of the right. So you've got options. You can either bring that left leg over the right and come back into a one-legged squat. Or if you want to take your full expression, cross the left leg over the right, hooking the left foot behind the right calf. Try and bring the elbows and the knees into one line. Good. Squeeze those palms together, bring the elbows back up. Maybe you can sink back a little bit deeper in the pose if you're in the squat or if you're in the full expression. Keep gazing forward on one spot in front of you. Keep breathing. If you have a little wobble, that's fine. You just come back into the pose when you're ready. Good. Our next breath, rise up. Release the arms. Release the leg out to the front. Slowly lower down. Well done. Give a little shake. So ready for the other side. So we spread our left toes out nice and wide. Arms come wide. Our left arm crosses over the top of the right at the elbow crease. Bend the arms. Palms come together. Push the palms together. Feel the backs of the shoulders really opening up. Now focus on that spot in front of you that doesn't move. And then either take your one-legged squat or your full Garuda pose, your eagle pose. So I've got one-legged squat there. Or maybe you want to try and take a bind into the full eagle pose. Keep squeezing the thighs together if you're in your eagle pose. Lift those elbows up in line with the shoulders to get that better stretch. Keep breathing. Good. Our next breath, we rise up. Release the arms. Right leg comes out to the front. And slowly lower down. Well done. Give a little shake. Okay. So feet come hip width apart. We roll down our spine, vertebra by vertebra. Give the head a little nod or a shake. Maybe you take a bend in your knees. Nice and deep one, resting your torso on your thighs. Holding onto your elbows, we're just going to gently rock or ragdoll our arms side to side. Give the head a nod or a shake. And then release the hands onto the mat. And we're coming down onto our knees. Now, if your floor's a little bit hard, or you've got, problems with the knees, maybe you double fold your mat and bring your knees onto there. So we're going to come into our camel pose. I'm just going to demo it first. So just watch first before we come into it together. So you've got options. Our knees are hip width apart. We tuck our toes under. Our hands come onto our sacrum, fingertips pointing down, and our shoulders roll back behind us. So I'm just going to demonstrate first. Inhale, we lengthen through our body. Exhale, we slowly come back. Maybe you let the head drop. Now if this is enough for you, stay here. Our next breath, if you want to take step 2, hands come onto the outside of the ankles. We push the hips forward, let the head drop back. If you want to take step 3, release the feet, coming all the way down. Still pressing the hips forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together. To come out of the pose, we bring our hands back onto our sacrum. We slowly rise up. No looking around, always looking forward. And then we sit back into our child's pose. And rest here for a couple of breaths. Okay, so no rushing in camel pose, no throwing yourself around. You just do slowly what feels good for you. So if we come and do that all together, and remember stopping at whatever stage you're happy with. If you have lower back problems, please stick with option 1, variation 1. So, knees hip width apart, tucking those toes under. Hands onto the sacrum, fingertips pointing down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, slowly start coming back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe let the head drop. Option 2, hands to the outside of the ankles. Push the hips forward. Keep breathing. Option 3, release the toes. Keep squeezing, keep breathing. Now wherever you are, to come out of it, hands onto sacrum. Slowly rise up and sit back into your child's pose. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Really let that lower back open up and let go. Okay, so slowly come back up, knees in line with hips. We're going to walk forward as if we're coming into our puppy pose. So see if you can bring your chin onto the mat. If that's easy enough for you, just walk your fingertips forward and try and get your chest onto the ground. Keep breathing in this pose. Maybe use a cushion under your chest or your chin, up to you. Then come onto your forearm, your forehead, bring your hands together. And just bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head. And try and sit back, getting that nice stretch in the back of the arms, underneath the shoulders. Release the hands. And come all the way back up to sitting. Okay, good. So we're just going to test out that stretch we did earlier. So just nice sitting comfortably. Maybe you're sitting onto your shins or however you want. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Then bring your left hand to try and meet it. Use your strap if you need it. Keep pressing that top elbow away. Are you a little bit closer? Yeah. So I could do my right arm before, but not my left. Okay, we release all the way down. We inhale, left arm up. Bend that left arm looking forward, press the elbow away. We bring our right hand to come and meet it. Good. So now I can just about reach. Hopefully you've got some improvement in your shoulders as well. Keep looking forward and relax all the way down. We're going to walk our hands forward again, coming onto our tummies. Just resting our cheek onto the right side, arms down by the side. We're going to come into our preparation for locust. So as we inhale, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, heart shines forward. Push the hips into the ground and really press the feet into the ground too. Try not to let them lift. Squeeze the core. We're just lifting up a couple of centimeters. Palms are facing each other. Exhale, roll down, coming onto the opposite cheek. Let the heels flop out to the outside edge of the mat. Let those glutes relax. Our next breath, we squeeze the shoulder blades together, come up a little bit higher if we can. Push the hips down, don't let the feet lift. Exhale, relax all the way down onto the opposite cheek again. Let the heels flop out. This time we're going to lift as high as we can, push those hips into the mat, squeeze the shoulder blades together, palms together. This time we let the feet lift and see if you can get up a little bit higher through the body. Exhale, release all the way down, let the heels flop out. One breath here. Arms come out in line with the shoulders into a crucifix position. We bend the right leg, we bring the right hand towards the right shoulder. We just drop our right foot to the opposite side. Feeling that nice stretch through the front of the left shoulder. Feel the opening of that right hip. Deep breaths here, in and out. Inhale back to the center. Arms come out nice and wide. We bring our left hand into our left shoulder. We bend the left leg. And we drop our left foot over to the right. Really feel opening of the front shoulder. we come back to the center. And when you're ready, nice and gracefully roll onto your back. Just hug the knees into your chest, keeping the knees together. Maybe we circle to the right, circle to the left, massaging out that lower back, those hips, the sacroiliac joints. And then take any final stretch you wish. Maybe you want to take a happy baby, or maybe you want to take another twist, up to you. And when you're ready, bring your knees, your feet down to your mat. Allow your feet to flop open out to the side. Tuck those shoulder blades under. Rest your hands down by your hips, palms facing up, as we get ready for our Shavasana. And just take these extra 2 minutes for yourself. You've worked hard, you deserve it. Deep breaths in and out, closing the eyes down. Allow your hips to relax, your knees to relax, your feet to relax. Allow the shoulders to relax. Let them melt into the ground. Notice if you're holding tension in your hands, your jaw, the area between your eyebrows. Just acknowledge it and let it all go. Allow your spine to feel supported by Mother Earth, the lower back, the mid-back, all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to your breath. Enjoy this time of peace and quiet. Now, if you're at home, you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana if you've got a bit of extra time. For anyone else that needs to come with me, keeping the eyes closed, slowly bring some awareness back to your body. Wriggle those toes, wriggle those fingers. Maybe gently rock your head from side to side. And keeping your eyes closed, bend the knees up and just roll onto your side for a moment and rest there in that fetal position. And then when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, just bring yourself up to a nice comfortable seated position. And bring yourself back to your breath. You take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Notice how your body feels after your yoga practice today. Do you feel more relaxed, more at peace, maybe just more even from side to side? And then remind yourself of the 3 things you're grateful for at the beginning of today's class. Whether that was a person, a situation, or something that's happened. When you're ready, bring your hands to prayer. Bring a gentle smile onto your face. And then open your eyes. The love and light in me honors the love and light in you. Namaste.